Welcome back. Jeffrey Tambor's going to stay because he doesn't want to go home and help his wife move boxes.
Oh, my God.
So, our next guest is a beautiful actress who has starred in the films Phone Booth and Pitch Black. She's in the #1 movie in America, Man on Fire.
Can I talk to you for a minute?
Sure.
How are you doing with Peter?
Fine. As soon as she figures out that I'm not her new toy, we'll be fine.
She told me about that.
Okay?
You don't have children, do you?
I told you I didn't.
Well, they can be tenacious when they want something. And Peter just wants to be friends.
Please welcome Radha Mitchell. Heard you speak except for the clip, and I'm saying you're from Orange County, or where's that accent from?
From Australia, mate.
Oh, Australia. Yeah.
Nice to meet you. Again.
What part of Australia?
I'm from Melbourne, down the bottom.
Oh, that's beautiful. Now, what kind of town is Melbourne? That's a...
Well, how would you describe it? I'd say Melbourne is the coffee town of Australia, and Sydney would be the bikini town.
Bikini.
Yeah.
So
we go there on the weekends.
So you drink, a lot of people drink coffee in Melbourne, but they don't actually, there's no beach there, is what you're saying?
Well, they keep their clothes on.
They keep their clothes on, which is fine.
Yeah.
But then you, of course, like to wear bikinis down, right? Yeah.
Well, don't we all?
How is it working with Denzel? You get that all the time, but there are no stories, right? He's so professional.
He's very, very professional, and he's always in character, so I didn't really get to know him.
Yeah.
I always sort of
very
dealt with his character.
standoffish.
But he's an amazing actor, so when you work with him, you really feel like your own performance is being lifted up.
He brings you up, huh?
He brings everybody up, yeah.
Am I bringing you down a little bit right now?
Am I bringing you down?
Now listen, you shot it in Mexico, right? Mm-hmm. And then you had to have bodyguards for some reason. Why'd you have to have bodyguards?
Well, Mexico is a very dangerous place, and when I was out of town, I sort of had 3 bodyguards, but I left town one weekend. I came back, and somebody had held my driver at gunpoint.
Really?
And stolen the car.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
What part of Mexico was this?
This was Mexico City.
Mexico City.
It's the biggest city in the world.
Yeah.
It's completely chaotic. So I had 3 bodyguards with me the whole time, and they were kind of obnoxious.
They were. Why were they obnoxious?
They were hitting on women wherever we went, and like, she's looking at me, and I'm like, she's not.
That's charming, isn't it?
I don't think so.
Hitting on women, that's natural, that's healthy?
I guess, but you know, they're meant to be working.
Oh, I see.
And finally, I got back to LA, and I found myself get off the plane, and there was nobody there, and I felt lonely.
You missed the obnoxious...
I missed them.
Yeah. You play Dakota Fanning's mom. We've had her on the show. I think we have her on tomorrow night. Charming little girl, right? There she is, right there. Now, what was it like? What was it like meeting her?
Well, it was interesting meeting her because I walked into a room and she was sitting there sort of basically interviewing Mark Anthony, who's like, you know, 36 and she's like 9.
Yeah.
And she was holding court and I was like, oh my God, how am I going to be her mom? Like, how am I going to be this authority figure?
Yeah.
But she's so sweet and so vulnerable and, you know, so petite and so cute that it was really easy.
Yeah, she's amazing. I can listen to her for hours. So she's holding court and like an adult.
Yeah.
She has a quick mind, but she's 9 years old.
Yeah, I want to meet her when she's 25. I think she's going to knock everyone out.
Yeah, she's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Now, Mick Jagger, I know, Jeffrey, you've had stories about him that you don't want to tell on the air. You've met Mick.
I can't mention on the air.
Yeah. But you have a story, a Mick Jagger story.
Well, I guess I'm a big Mick Jagger fan. You know, as far as rockers from that era go, he'd be my favorite.
Yeah.
And I did a film called High Art a couple of years ago.
What's it called?
It was called High Art. And it was screening...
I didn't hear it. I can't remember. What is it called?
High Art.
Oh, High Art.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was screening...
Just kind of ran that together.
Yeah, it was screening at the Cannes Film Festival.
Yeah.
And an American person had arranged for me to fly there. And the thing is, Americans don't need visas to get into the country, but Australians do. And I sort of realised this while I was on the plane to London.
Yeah.
And somehow I sort of sneaked on the plane to France and nobody hassled me. But when I got off the plane, they're like, you got to go back. And I'm like, but my film's screening tonight.
Yeah.
And so they put me in this waiting room, and I was sitting there waiting, like really kind of sad, because I thought I'd have to go back to Australia. And Mick Jagger was sitting next to me.
Now, how does that happen? How does that happen that Mick Jagger...
Well, it was kind of, I sort of wasn't sad. I suddenly got happy, because he was there.
So what did you do, just start making out with him, or how does that work? What happens?
He's old. He's very, very old.
Wait a second.
Yeah. He's old and wrinkly.
Oh, come on.
He's definitely sexy.
If you're a Jagger fan, he's always sexy, isn't he?
I'm a fan of his whole persona, but not necessarily like that. But anyway, he was sitting there, so I told him my woeful tale. You know, blah, 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 blah. And then I didn't realize, but he speaks fluent French. So he explained everything to these visa people, and they just loved him, so they just let me go.
That's cool.
I went in.
The big lips speaking French. Now, you just got back from Spokane, Washington.
Yeah.
And you shot a movie up there.
Yeah.
What's that called?
That was a movie called Mozart and the Whale.
Mozart and the Whale. I
Yeah.
heard that title. I just heard it. I just heard you say that.
I just told you, yeah.
And you had a weird scene with an animal?
Oh, yeah. Well, I was sort of...
Oh, stop it, you people.
No, I did. It was a very weird scene because I was wondering what my latest job was going to be, and I did this meeting last week, and this director wanted to hire me for a film, and then he said, but first you've got to meet these producers. So I went and met these producers, and they're like, well, we like her, but she's not hot enough for our movie.
Oh, come on.
No, it's true. So I was really confused.
You're hot enough for my movie. I don't even have a movie. I don't even have a movie, and you're hot enough. All right.
But the point is, it was very, very confusing because I just come off the set of this other film, and I had this scene with this co-star who happened to be a monkey. And he started masturbating as soon as he saw me. And not only that, but he finished off three times before the scene was done.
Wait.
I'm serious.
I gotta go. Good night, everyone.
And this was just from making eye contact.
Wait a second. Did you say, does that word mean something else in Australian? Or, the monkey started...
The monkey did. It was a mandrill monkey, so they're very, very colorful. I don't know.
Now,
if
does
you
this
know
sound
them.
true? I know you've read a lot about
I have
animal...
trouble with the 3 times.
Yeah.
Why would I lie?
I relate to that, but I don't understand. Oh, this is great.
Yeah.
Listen, it is the #1 movie in America, Man on Fire, and then we want you to come back and tell more animal stories. Our own little Jane Goodall. And then her name is Radha Mitchell. Big hand for her. We'll be right back. Stay there.
Tomorrow on the...
In fact, all I want to do is dance, dance, dance.